Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Infinite Crypto Cruisers. This is Brad Varnell. This is the Infinite Crypto YouTube channel. And man, I am excited tonight to introduce our guest. This gentleman comes from the Midwest. He's a family man, raising kids, working hard, and building an amazing YouTube channel. I've had a chance to get to know him a little bit over the last month or so. And I found out, he's got a big heart for helping other people. That one of the reasons his YouTube channel exists is to give other people hope. Right now we're living in a world where there's a lot of hopeless people, and there's a lot of people that are hurting. And him and I both agree that crypto is a way that people can come out of that slump. They can change the financial needle in their lives, and so he's working hard to do that. And he's built an incredible YouTube channel that's growing quick, and he has an amazing token called the AJC token. His YouTube name is Average Joe Crypto. And without any further ado, let's bring him onto the stream. Hey, Joe, man, welcome to the channel. So nice to have you.
What's going on, Brad? I really appreciate this opportunity. Thank you very much. And what an awesome intro. I
Man,
can't, I'm at a loss for words. Thank you.
it's my pleasure, man. You having a good day today?
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
slightly productive.
Awesome, man. Well, I'm glad to have you here, and I'm really looking forward to, discussing your AJC, your Average Joe Crypto token. I'm looking forward to hearing a little bit about, where you came from, and where you're going. And I love your attitude about giving people hope. So I look forward to maybe finding out a little bit why you believe so much in cryptocurrency and the ability for it to change people's lives, and give some of that hope. So let's just dive right in. We were talking a little bit earlier, and I was just kind of curious. I always like to kind of go back a little bit more, like to the beginning. Everybody sees you now. You've got a very thriving YouTube channel. You've got an amazing community. You've got this token that's up 22,000% since launch. But what was the Joe that before this like? And what are some of the trials and tribulations that got you to this point in life?
Okay, so that is, off top, a great way to start. So because there's probably a lot of people out there right now watching people like us, and like you said, they see us, successful, or at least somewhat successful, but they don't know where we came from. And most likely, some of us probably came from some of those places some of those people are at right now or have been in themselves. And as far as me, I come from a family that didn't have much, just a little country family in Kentucky. And, um, you know, I grew up, I wasn't, we weren't completely poor. So we didn't like struggle real hard, but we absolutely didn't have it made either. So I learned to appreciate things early on. I lost my dad when I was 14 years old, and then I became a dad at 16 years old. So you can imagine, I also lost two or three other family members during that time of my life. So I sort of went off in a deep end. Ended up getting in trouble as a teenager, drinking, drugging a lot. Was in and out of trouble a lot. So I've been through the struggle, been through the pain, and then I went through some good patches. I turned 18. I started straightening up, acting right and getting my shit together, and then you go through trials and tribulations, like you said, and good things don't always last. So I ended up going back down another bad road. I got addicted to some drugs really bad, and I'm not ashamed to talk about this because um, I think it's an amazing thing when you can see somebody that's been in a situation like that and managed to overcome it and benefit, and in the long term be successful from all that struggle and pain, because you take that struggle and that pain and that motivates you to never go back again. And I I caught it like a 3-year charge, and I went to jail. I did some jail time. And um so when I got out of jail, I was determined. I'm done. I'm turning my life around. And this was before I found out about crypto. And then me and my girlfriend, we had a daughter. And around this same time is when I learned about cryptocurrency from a coworker. This was in 2018, about midway through 2018, right in the middle of the bear market. And between having my daughter and learning about crypto, those two things completely altered the course of my life and changed the outcome of where I'm going now, changed my whole thought process and everything. And I seen crypto is it didn't take long. As soon as I started researching about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, it did not take long at all. I immediately knew this was my way out. I immediately knew that if I wanted to ever break away from the system and break away from those chains, I was like, this is it. This is it. Um, and it's been a ride ever since. And I didn't start my YouTube channel until 2021 or late 2020. Really started dedicating to it in 2021 though, so it's only been about a little over a year. And we grew really quickly. I started teaching myself TA back in 2018 when I got into crypto, and then decided I was like, look, I was watching these other YouTubers, and I said, you know what? I think I've got a good message. I've been through a lot. I think there's a lot of people could relate. And so I was like, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. And here we are. And now we're networking and collabing with other YouTubers and creating our own crypto. And just, I mean, it's amazing to see where I've came from and looking at where I'm at now. And it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, man, that's fantastic. I know we've both got a good mutual friend in Aaron from Cowboys of Crypto. How did you happen to come across Aaron's channel? How did you guys get to know each other? How did you get, to be on his live streams?
That's a very good question. You were talking about how good your memory is. My memory is not so good, probably because of my past. But I want to say that I almost want to say he reached out to me to bring me on to his live stream, but I'm not for sure. All I know is I was watching him and then we started connecting. I may have reached out to him. Honestly, I can't remember, but
Awesome.
he was
Okay.
sort of not a TA guy. He was kind of he didn't really believe in technical analysis. So
Right.
he wanted to bring me on, as kind of like, to weigh the differences in
Yeah.
opinion, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the things I'm looking forward to also because I'm a little bit more of a fundamentals. I'm a buy in and hodl, kind of guy for most of my career. I'm slowly getting into, some trading, enjoying using a little bit of leverage here and there. And so I really enjoy your live streams and really learning about, the resistance levels, and all of that stuff. And, so real quick, let's run
Yes,
into the chat because we've already, we've
absolutely.
got some super chats here, and we really got some people that are touched by your story. I'm going to go down more to like one of the last comments, and then I'll work my way back up. But we've got we got Ty Stu that comes on and says you are a real one, bro. And yeah, man, it's not always easy to come on and bare your soul. And I appreciate
Right.
it. And I agree with you so much. One of my favorite sayings is there is no testimony without the test. And
Absolutely.
I know from I've got a alcoholism rages in my family. My father's an alcoholic. He quit drinking 3 months before I was born, so he's been sober for 49 years. So I've seen a lot of that destruction, but the amount of lives that my dad's been able to impact in those 49 years because he got sober is unbelievable. If he'd have never had the drinking problem, there's who knows how many people that wouldn't, have got that help. So,
What
amen,
a
brother.
it's an
Everything that you
amazing
went through is,
it's an amazing way to look at it.
yeah,
It's
man.
wonderful to meet people that can step outside of their own bubble and see things from other perspectives.
Yeah, man, absolutely. So let's go up. The very first super chat before the stream even started was Brian AJC, and we want to thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the support. Yeah, man, that's awesome. It's extra exciting for me, guys, because I just got my super chats all figured out just a few live streams ago, so I wasn't used to getting those, and it's pretty cool, man. Every time they come in,
The AJC
it's
squad is
awesome. Makes
the
me feel
AJC
good,
squad
man.
is pretty generous, my friend.
Man, I
They
tell
are.
you, I've been on a few of your live streams and I know they are fantastic. I was really looking forward to having you on the channel because I love your community so much. Absolutely. And then Josh Gunter threw a $10 bill.
Yes.
Nobody's got a question or anything. They're just throwing money at us. If any of you have any questions or anything that you would like us to talk about and throwing the super chats out there, please don't hesitate to ask a question. And then we got Rusty Shackelford throughout the 569. Thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. I hope you guys enjoy the stream and you get some good stuff out of it. And then I guess Brian wasn't happy with the $5 that he gave us earlier. He threw another 569 in there. Is that number 569 significant in some way with your community? Or do I not want to know?
I guess it's just the whole 69 thing. I don't know.
Okay.
I think it all kind of came about when Bitcoin topped out at 69K.
Okay. I see. Look at this. We got Crypto Girl in the chat with a $10 super chat, man. Thank you guys so much. And then I do want to scroll back up, Haydar Malik. I swear this guy is number one into my live streams every single time. I mean, literally, I think well, here you go. You can see, I think I posted this at like 6:28 and he was in here at 6:28, 2.5 hours before the stream. We got Indian Kitchen, thank you so much for being here. Greg Nowak, appreciate you being here. Thank you. We already kind of said hi to Ty and thanked him for his other comment, but thanks for being here. Group Biz Consulting, man. This is a close friend of mine. Amazing gentleman. He does a lot of business coaching for me and is really, in a lot of ways, I owe him a lot for where I'm at in life and the success that this YouTube and channel is had. So thank you for being here. Once again, thank you, Joshua. Then as always, my favoriteest person to see in the chat here is my wife. Hey, thank you all for joining. Hit that like, subscribe, and share button. I love you, babe. Thank you for reminding everybody. They say that behind every great man is a great woman. And I know that's been true in my life, that once I met this lady and we started working on life together, I was kind of wandering aimlessly through life as a single guy. And then I met her and she had 2 children and that changed my life. And thank you so much for being on here and supporting my channel, babe. And then Rusty again, once again, thanks for the super chat. Ty again, Brian again. And hey, my dad, that's another guy that's supported me through everything and always believed in me. My dad, Bob Varnell, thank you for being here. LGG Guild, thank you for being here. Crypto Girl, another, thanks again for being here in the chat. What else? Man, what's going on here? You guys, we got to get back to the live stream. You guys keep throwing super chats left and right. Thank you very much, man. We got Rusty throwing out another 420. We got then Brian, not to be outdone, throwing out another 420. And
Brian will not be outdone.
I got the best family in the world. This is my cousin Steve, lives back in Washington State. We're born about 6 months apart. He's born in February. I'm born in July of '73, so we were pretty close. And he started his crypto journey probably right about a year ago, just a little bit less. So he's gone through some misery because he kind of came in as everything was going up and bought a lot of stuff that's down a bunch. But luckily, like you talked about, he's got a mentor and, and he believes in me and he believes in the long term of crypto. So he's got a ton of hope, which maybe that should have been the thumbnail, or something. And, the title of this video, it seems like, hope is really kind of like the theme that we're kind of touching on here. So anyways, let's get, kind of get back into it. So you've gone through all these struggles, you had a son when you were 16, you just had a daughter when you were about 28. Now you got this YouTube channel and all of a sudden things are starting to turn around. And then the next thing I know, you've got this token. And I want to give you an opportunity to talk about this token a little bit. We'll go back to some of the other, other important things that I want to, tell people about. But I think I like to share this token with them because this is amazing token, folks. I only bought $100 worth of it because I wanted to show my support for Joe after having gotten to know him and do a couple of live streams. I saw his token. I went and bought $100 worth of it about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. And I was looking at it today, and that $100 is worth $467. So thank you. And now I got to go look and maybe buy some more because from what we were talking about earlier, right now it's only at about a $57,000 market cap, which basically means it's ranked about 10,000th of, if you were on CoinGecko. And normally those types of tokens are stuff that I would steer my community away from. And this
Hmm.
is not financial advice. This is just, two guys talking, and I like it. I own a little bit of it. I'm not telling anybody else that they should rush out and buy it. But I have found that in my career, what's the most important thing behind the token is the owner, the founder, the heart behind the token is more important. So often more so than the token itself or the company idea itself. Because if you got the right owner, the right founder that's going to do the right things and that's going to jump through the hoops that need to be jumped through and go through the challenges and overcome. So I see this as an incredible opportunity as his YouTube channel and community grows. I just don't see how this token can't grow. And so with that, you can share a little bit with them, but this token is it's rug pull proof. He can prove that he's got the liquidity locked up for 5 years. So he's in it for the long term. And anyways, I'm talking too much. I'll let you do some
No,
talking, but
no,
share a little bit about the AJC token and why you're so proud of it.
awesome.
And
And
feel
you're
free
not
to share
talking too
your
much.
screen if you want to.
Yeah, yeah. I can do this. If you can actually make my camera full screen, I can just switch it like this.
Let me see if nope, that didn't work. I'm trying to figure out this thing still a little bit. If I go like this, doesn't do it. Nope. Where? No, that's even worse.
There you go. If you maybe
That for some reason it doesn't. It gives me the ability to make myself full screen, but it's not showing me a way to make you full screen.
okay, it's all
Let's
right. I
let's
can
try.
do it the other way.
That's not too bad. Or would you prefer like this?
I
Yeah.
can I'll do it the other way. It's okay.
Okay.
There we go. Let's see. I shared it. There we go. There we go.
Hey,
All
there we
right.
go. I figured it out.
Yeah. Oh, you did. Okay. Yeah. There we go.
You can still hear my voice though, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Perfect.
All right. Good deal. So, I believe Brad left the links in the description. So you can check it out, averagejoecrypto.io.
Yep.
But so basically, um, I'll just go ahead and skip right to the chart. um, so we are sitting at 0.000528 right now. Um, we've had quite a few buys in just the past few days. Does look like we're still at a $57,000 market cap according to Dex Tools here. And if you zoom in here at the total liquidity, you can see all the locks that are in place. And these are token holders that have locked up their tokens for the long haul. Some have locked up for, you can see, multiple years, some just a few months. We incentivize the large token holders to lock up their tokens or add liquidity and lock up their LP tokens in exchange for Crow rewards. So these people that have locked up their tokens, they're getting paid out monthly in Crow token. They also received free merch. But the big thing would be utility, right? So we're a meme coin, basically considered a meme coin. It's a community driven project. However, we already have utility in place, and it's a win win if you're a token holder. So if you scroll down on the website, you can see more info and click here, and that'll take you over to ajcswap.com. And here you can swap out your AJC tokens for crypto mining rentals and merch. You can rent. Right now, we only offer currently an HNS miner, ALTCOIN miner, and a CKB miner. You can rent these miners for 35 days. And to use your AJC token, you actually burn the tokens. So you can see here, you burn 50,000 AJC tokens and you get to rent these miners for 35 days. So not only are you getting to, we've added utility to the token, but it's in the process is burning the tokens. So it's going to help increase the floor price. Very cool. Obviously, there's the merch here as well. And then, of course, there's the full roadmap breakdown here on ajcswap.com. If you click on roadmap, And here is the average to savage roadmap. So this is a full breakdown of our roadmap in 5 stages. And you can see right now, currently, we are in stage 3. And then we have stage 4 and stage 5, Savage Joe. This is where we will either cross chain or create a V2. There will be, eventually, we'll look into implementing a smart contract to implement automatic payment rewards and or a burn system for all holders, not just those that lock up tokens or LP. So by stage 5 of the roadmap, all token holders will be receiving an automatic reward payout. We'll decide on this later with the community, whether the community likes a reward payout or a burn system. But there's the full roadmap breakdown. And right here, you can see this will be updated regularly, but you can see the amount of CRO that's been paid out, the amount of crypto that's been mined using AJC token, and also how many AJC tokens have currently been burnt. You can actually, of course, see this on Etherscan as well. Let's see, let me go back. I do believe. Yeah, right here you can also see the finance lock, which is trust swap. This is where we locked up our tokens and where we encourage token holders to lock up. If you scroll down on the website here, you can see the proof that I have of the locked tokens. The 55% of the liquidity added to Uniswap is locked until 2027. So I cannot withdraw any of that liquidity that was added to Uniswap. It's locked up until 2027. I cannot withdraw that. Now there are still a large amount of tokens in the developer developer wallet address. There is still a large amount, 33% of the total supply, and this might be a little bit concerning to some people. But the thing I always say is this is like my baby. So for one, a rug pull is created with the intention of being a rug pull. You know, you don't just create a project and put your blood, sweat, and tears into it just to destroy it, right? Even if you come out on top, you know, with all the money, that's just not, for one, that's just not me. So also in the roadmap, the developer wallet will, in the end, only be left with about 5 to 10 million tokens. So no more than some of the other top holders. That is the goal. We use these tokens we'll use them for promotions, giveaways, and just development of the project as well. So, and at some point, right now, there's only 10 million tokens left on Uniswap. So at some point, we may, once we pass 65 holders, which I do believe we're at now. Yes, we're at 65 holders. So we will soon be initializing our first buyback and burn, which means we will buy back a percentage of tokens and burn those tokens. That is in the roadmap at 65 holders as well. But I mean, if you look at the chart, I feel like I'm rambling on a little bit too much.
No, man, you're doing great.
Get a little nervous sometimes, you know, it's only like my 3rd live stream collab. but
Okay.
but no, we've grown tremendously, guys. I mean, we've had a few minor pullbacks, and this was literally just, you know, a few people taking some profits, and some of those people I noticed down here in the buy and sells, they sold and then they bought back. But I mean, just tremendous growth, man. I mean, this was August of 2021 when we launched here. And boom, since then we went up 23,500, almost 23,600%.
Yeah, man, I wish I would have knew about it before a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. I mean, just in 2 weeks, you turned 100 into 400.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So you know, I love the chat here. Rusty Shackelford says I'm not selling till $69. At $69, all
I
of
don't.
us will be multi millionaires, maybe billions, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't know if mathematically if $69 is
if it's
doable.
even possible, right?
Um, yeah,
Right.
but I would say a
So,
dollar. Um, I mean, we're getting close to a penny. For sure, 25 cent AJC token to me is that's beautiful. That would be
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah, man, absolutely. So I do have a few questions. Jay Crypto Minded, one of my most loyal community members, been with us with the channels right from the beginning, super knowledgeable in crypto. So I'm going to just kind of pop all of these up so you can answer them a little bit all at the same time. How is it earning
Okay.
Crow? So those were pre-mined. And what are those rented miners actually mining? So if you don't mind just kind of touching on those for a minute.
Absolutely. So, we actually talked about this before starting the stream. So,
Yep.
this is the one of the cool things. So how the Crow rewards are being paid out is actually we are using um, offsite crypto miners to actually mine the Crow for the rewards. So supporting the blockchain in the process of rewarding our holders by mining crypto. And as we grow, we're going to look into increasing the miners. We're also in the works with looking into possibly reaching out to mining companies, crypto mining companies, as we grow and become larger, to see about possibly getting some free equipment in exchange for promoting their equipment. So basically, we're mining crypto, and then the people that lock up their tokens, they will submit their information to us. Right now, the website's being updated, so that page is gone. On ajcswap.com, there will be a page where you can actually put in your wallet address. That way, we can verify you locked up your tokens, and then you will be automatically added to the payout. Your wallet address, Crow wallet address, will be automatically added to the payout each month.
Okay.
But yeah, we're mining the tokens and then sending them out automatically to reward the holders that locked up.
Awesome. And then what are the rented? If you, it sounds like, he's asking if you burn your AJC tokens and rent the miners. What are those? What kind of tokens do those mine for you?
Okay, so as far as the miners go, um, so right now we have a ALTCOIN, HNS, and CKB miners. So if you look, you can look these coins up on CoinMarketCap. ALTCOIN is more well known, I think, to most people probably
Yes.
than CKB or HNS. But so basically, you can see that you can actually pay, fiat for these miners as well, $20 for a 35-day mining rental. And these are actually mining. So what are those rented miners actually mining? They're mining these coins. So you burn 50,000 AJC tokens and you will receive ALTCOIN, Nervos, or HNS for 35 days as a mining. You're basically you're renting the miner that someone else. We're mining the coins for you, so you don't have to buy the miner, hold the miner. You use your AJC tokens, burn your tokens, and get a 35-day mining rental.
Awesome. I love it.
And I believe there's a few people in the chat right now, potentially. I know Brian, if he's still in the chat, he rented a miner. The Deadwood, he's one of our community members. He's not in here right now, but he also has rented a couple of miners from us.
Awesome, man. So, the biggest thing, folks, is I always like to give you guys opportunities. Neither one of us, this is not financial advice. Obviously, average Joe Crypto here is, biased. He thinks everybody should own it.
Oh, of course.
and
Of
I
course.
and I do own some, but folks, this is, so important in all of cryptocurrency and basically life in general. Winners live a life of responsibility, losers have a life of blame. So nobody here at the end of the day is holding a gun to your head and telling you to go buy anything. But I do like to at least give you the opportunity to take a look at something like this on the channel and then go do your own due diligence, go do your own research, go watch a few of his live streams and look at his YouTube channel, and then you make the determination. Is he going to have 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 subscribers as we go into the next bull market? My humble opinion is yes. One of the things
Much
that
love.
I'm
Much.
looking for when I collaborate with people is I'm looking for people that are working hard right now. If you go through and go through the crypto YouTubers, especially the smaller channels, 95% of them have given up at this point. They're not producing any content. They're not doing anything. And then what they're going to do is in, a year and a half, 2 years during the next bull, they'll jump in and start doing stuff and hope, that they're successful during the next bull market. Where those of us that really believe in the mission and believe in helping people, we're working harder right now during the bear market than we've ever worked. And I see that with Joe. He's putting on live streams almost every single day, sometimes twice a day. And I think if you go look at his channel and look at his TA, look at his technical analysis, if you're looking at what, if you want an idea of what the market potentially might do next, this is a fantastic gentleman to go watch his live streams because he's got the charts nailed down. We had a contest a couple of months ago where he chose the price of Bitcoin 3 months out. and with a couple of other guys. And if he lost, he was going to have to eat a cricket. And instead, he nailed it, and he got to watch the other two guys eat a cricket on a live stream. So he's proven that he knows what he's talking about. It's not just a flash in the pan, got lucky one time or something. So, with that,
And you too, my friend, because you called that 25K, you called the 25K Bitcoin on the next stream perfectly.
Thank you, man. I wish, I was looking forward to it going up to 28 or 30, and then I was just going to short the crap out of everything. And unfortunately, it never got up to past the 25. So I made a little bit of money shorting a little bit of stuff, but I never really went all in like I was planning on at 28 or 30. So I wish I would have, thought 25 was the absolute where it was going to go before it dropped down, because there's a lot of money to be made over this last few weeks had you been making the right moves at 25K.
Absolutely. The volatility, the downside can make you just as much money, if not more than the upside. It's
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
all about entry
I don't
points though.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever longed a token really. It's always shorted during, bear markets. And I think maybe, like this during this last bull market, I made a lot of money on a lot of tokens, but I was never using any leverage. I wasn't making 3 or 5 or 10x.
Right.
And man, if I would have been doing some 5x leverage, that could have been amazing.
Oh yeah. That is definitely my goal as well going into the next bull cycle because it's like it's such easy money. It's
Yeah,
when you're in the bull run,
when you know what you're doing.
yeah, yeah. It's just such easy money in the bull run. And I was hitting targets left and right. Calling the pullback targets and everything during the bull run. Because if you can just like in the bull run, watching the charts is so much fun because it plays out so perfectly. You go up to your resistance, you pull back down, and you bounce off your support. And if you can just time those and call those levels of support and resistance, and just simple TA, I mean, it's doable. Anybody can do it. You don't have to be an expert to do it. You don't have to go on here and watch these self-proclaimed gurus. I don't claim to be a guru or an expert. I just enjoy what I do and want to share it with people and hopefully bring other people up with me. Because, like I told you, I don't consider myself. I'm in between. I'm at the in between spot. I'm not at the at bottom. I've been at rock bottom before. I'm definitely not there. But of course, I'm not at the very top either. I'm right there in that in between moment, and I think that that's where a lot of other people are. Probably a lot of people watching might be at that place in their lives. They see crypto. They learned about crypto in this last bull run. They see it as a way to um, provide themselves with some kind of financial stability and a way out of their 9 to 5, maybe even a way out of this just terrible financial system. So definitely, 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 anybody can do this.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so real quick, something that brought to my mind, and then I'll try to remember my next question. I don't want to get too far off topic, but one of the things that you just said that stuck out to me, and I think that this will give a lot of hope to a lot of people, because there's a lot of people that are probably in that in between stage. Is I know a lot of very, very, very successful people that are really like at the pinnacle, and a lot of them will say that when they look back on their life, their favoriteest time of life was that in between stage when they were fighting and clawing and working. And kind of like the analogy that I like to use that I think a lot of people can probably relate to is, remember when you were a kid and you decided to build a fort in the backyard? Well, I don't know about you guys, but man, I've built a few forts in my life, and every single time, once the fort was built,
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy just sitting around laying in the sucker all that much, man. I wanted to build another one. Like the fun was building the fort. It wasn't just laying around in it. And so one of the challenges as you become more and more successful is you got to find that next challenge, that next mountain you're going to climb, because sitting around, drinking pina coladas with a beat, with your feet in the sand just gets old pretty quick. So it's kind of funny. I know that we're all looking for that pinnacle and wanting to get to the top, but I think a lot of times when you get there, you'll kind of look back and go, man, I kind of liked that time when I was struggling and going, through all of the mess.
Yes, it gives you purpose and something to push towards and a drive in you. And as humans, we need that. We need that motivation and that drive to that purpose for sure. But that was a great analogy. That was a very good
Oh, thanks,
analogy. I
man.
like that. The fort analogy was really good.
Right.
Yeah, I always say, you have to go through the struggle to appreciate the success. People that just, come into success overnight, they don't appreciate it, and then it seems like nothing to them. They, like you said, they get used. You get used to it, and you just don't appreciate it. But
Yeah,
I definitely feel
absolutely.
like I would be the same way. If I ever, say, I don't know what your definition of success would be, and I don't even know what mine would be, honestly. But say, you become successful. It's like, what do you do then? What do you do then to keep that drive going? If you already have it all, if you're already at the top, what would you do to keep it going? And I think one thing is this, our YouTube channel and community. Of course, for me, even if I'm at the top, it's not going to change who I am. I've been through enough in my life, and I'm at an age where all the money in the world is not going to change who I am. It might change some things that I have, might change some things that I own, the clothes that I wear. I might swag out a little bit, you know, but it's not going to change who I am inside. So I
Yeah,
think I
man.
would still be a pretty cool dude at the top.
I love it, man. The thing that wealth means to me is just choices.
Yeah,
I haven't had a job now for a couple 2 or 3 years. My wife doesn't have a job, and the biggest thing that I like about it is not necessarily all of the big fluff. It's being able to wake up in the morning like I did at 8 o'clock this morning and go outside in my backyard, and me and my Belgian Malinois, kind of like a German Shepherd type of a breed, and my wife are kicking out, kicking back in the swimming pool. And we,
freedom.
and I took a little video because this dog's it's about 11 months old now. But when we first got her introduced to the pool, she was kind of scared of water because she'd fallen in when she was real little. When we first got her 2, 3 months old, she'd fallen in the pool, and so she was scared of the pool. And so over the last couple of months, we got her integrated. Now she's diving in that sucker. And then the coolest thing was she started trying to save us. So like she'll grab onto our hand with her mouth and pull us over to the steps and stuff. And just being able to do that at 8 in the morning, to be able to go and take my kids to school. Now they're driving. Both of my kids got their driver's license in the last few months. But before that, to be able to be up in the morning, be able to take them to school, pick them up, be able to go on vacations with them and do the fun stuff. I don't care too much about the cars and the houses, but I like
Right.
the options. I
It's
don't like somebody telling me when I can go to the bathroom, when I can go on vacation. That's the kind of stuff that I want to have the financial freedom to do.
Yes, yes. Freedom, freedom,
Absolutely.
and freedom and just like you said, choices, man. And that's definitely that's most likely everybody's goal, right? Everybody that is out here in crypto YouTube land looking for some advice on what to do. I mean, we're all looking for the same thing, and that's what I love about crypto and the community around crypto, because it doesn't matter where you're from, what country you're from, what race, sex, religion you are. We can all find some common ground with crypto.
Yeah, man. Amen. The thing that I love about crypto is I think it kind of evens the playing field. There's a lot of a lot of ways to make money out there that really aren't available to everybody. And there's a lot of games in money where you have to have a lot of money to kind of to be able to get into the arena. And what I love about crypto is I'm a firm believer that even the hardworking single mom that's living paycheck to paycheck can figure out a way to work a couple extra hours or to cut back a little bit on expenses. And just by putting 25 here, 25 there, 50 here, 50 there, they can change their life. My mentor, the reason I'm in crypto is because in 2017, my mentor, one of my good close friends, begged me to get in. Ethereum was $9. Ant shares, which is now Neo, was around 25 cents. And I watched him turn $9,500 into 2.2 million at the end of 17 in that bull run. And that got my
Ooh,
attention. That's what caused me to jump into crypto. And thank God I had him as a mentor, because those of you that have been around for a little while know that 18 and 19 and 20 weren't all that pleasant. But I knew it was just a matter of time before it was coming. And that's right where we're at right now, folks. And that's why Joe and I
yes,
get so excited about these streams. We know if we can get you to hold on, if we can give you enough belief to hold on until 2024, 2025, your life will be changed. If you've been accumulating some tokens, there's just
yes.
no way around it.
Yeah, it's I always say, I can't say I guarantee anything, right? You can't
Right.
come on here as an influencer and guarantee stuff, but I will say it, man. I can guarantee that buying right now in the next few years is going to be life changing, because just like when I got into crypto in 2018, And I didn't realize it at the time, but I was extremely lucky for learning about crypto during that time. I didn't realize it. I just was like, okay, I'm gonna start buying this stuff. So I started buying some Litecoin, some Chainlink. I never bought a whole lot of Bitcoin at first. I was the typical newbie in crypto. You think, okay, don't buy Bitcoin because it's too expensive. Buy these other ones. But that's one of the things I would have changed looking back. I would have bought more Bitcoin, more Ethereum. Although Chainlink, Tezos, and Litecoin did me well. But yeah, going back, man, didn't realize how lucky I really was, or I would have bought a lot more during that time because every time I bought, it just went down. You know,
Yep.
it was during the bear market, so every time I bought, but within a week it was down, but I just kept buying more, and I didn't know it at the time, but I was dollar cost averaging, right? And by the time we bottomed out, I just bought a bunch more during the COVID crash. Every stimulus check I got went to crypto, just about. If I didn't need it for anything, I invested it. I wasn't out buying TVs and shoes and new game consoles or whatever with my stimulus checks. I was putting it
Yep.
into crypto.
Yeah, it's amazing how tough it can be to let go of money when you know that, say every $100 that you spend is probably costing you, 10 grand
Yeah,
over the next 5 years.
right. Oh yeah, in gains. Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
man. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Let me run over to the chat. I'm not going to go through all of them. There's a couple of here that are too good to miss. Alejo 2 a.m. We'll be riding down Venice Beach on our pink mopeds and our pink speedos, man. I tell you what, I love Venice Beach. I live in Las Vegas, and so I spent a fair amount of time over, to get my fix over in that area, San Diego, Los Angeles. I love Venice Beach, and I would love to come be a part of the moped gang. I'm pretty secure in my manhood, but I don't think you're probably going to talk me into a pink speedo, but you might be able to get me into some hot pink running shorts.
Let's go.
And then we got another super chat here, man. Thank you so much again, Brian AJC, for another $5. For some reason, that WAGMI sounds like something that I know I should know, but I can't think of what it stands for off the
I
top of my head.
You're not alone. I seen it all over the place, and I had to find out what it meant. It means we are gonna make it.
Awesome, man. I love
Yep.
that. We are gonna make it.
Yes.
Amen, brother. Thank you so much for the super chat. Very, very much appreciated.
J
So
Crypto
my
Minded
next,
said, "Love 2019 was buying ADA at 5 cents. Five
yep,
cents ADA. Oof.
I remember those days, man. I was right there in there. I didn't buy a lot of ADA. I was I kind of lump ADA, XRP, XLM kind of the same group of tokens, and for some reason, I went with XLM and XRP, and unfortunately, XLM really underperformed. I mean, I made some money on it. It went from maybe like 10 cents, 8 cents during the bearish part of, of the big bear market last time, and it ran maybe up to this last bull to 70 or 80 cents, but nothing like ADA and its 100x. I think at
Right.
ADA went all the way down to 2, 1, 2, 3 cents and all the way up to $3. So I do own some ADA, but I didn't make a killing on it like I wish I would have. So let me get to my next question. It's been on the tip of my tongue for a
Yeah.
while. How did you learn the technical analysis? Did you teach yourself? Did you read books? Did you watch other YouTubers? How did you get to the point where you're at now?
Very good question. And I did what anybody else out here can do that's watching right now. If you want to be successful in crypto and trading, you got to learn some TA. Some people say they can be successful, and to each their own. Some people probably can, be successful without TA just by timing the markets based off of events and catalyst and news and things like that. But I really fully believe in TA. And of course, it's not always going to play out, and you have to be willing to adapt to the markets. You can't be stuck in one pattern and not be willing to adjust your charts and stuff. But yes, I taught myself, and doing research online. I never paid for any courses or anything like that. I literally just did research online, watched other crypto YouTubers, good ones. One of the ones I watched a lot was Crypto Savvy, and he gets a
Okay.
lot of hate on YouTube for being bearish all the time. He's bearish a lot, but he makes really, really good calls. And he was one of the first crypto YouTubers that I started watching back in 2018. So yeah, I mean anybody can do this. And I always like to say too, don't if you're doing TA, don't overclutter your chart. there's a lot about TA that I'm probably still don't know and understand, and we learn every day. I'm not going to put it, not going to put myself up on a pedestal and affect my ability to learn new things because if you think you know it all, you're not going to learn anything. But what I will say is that where I'm at in my knowledge around TA is working. So I'm not, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So it works for me. I've had a lot of good calls. I've had some bad calls. If you ask my followers, you can ask them. They will let you know. Many have made lots of money on my calls with different altcoins and things like that. Some even made money on calls that I made where I didn't even make money. I cover a lot of altcoins, so different altcoins usually, and sometimes I'll do TA on a coin, do some price predictions for a coin, and not even put in those trades myself, but helping others. Give people an idea of what the price is going to do. Um, and speaking of Bitcoin right now is still breaking to the upside. It just broke a downtrend. I'm still looking at Bitcoin going to potentially, if it can break the current resistance, I think that 19.5 to 19.8K level is going to be tested for resistance. It's still looking like it wants to go up. Sorry, I just had my chart up here and I'm
Yeah,
just
no, man.
eyeballing it, seeing that green candle.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that. We got another super chat. It looks like they really want me in the moped gang. So thank you very much for the 420, Rusty. Man, I'm working on my health, man. So I'm looking forward to some stuff like that. I'll be in good shape come next summer. Already lost about 40 pounds, got about 50 more to go, but it's coming off and doing the right things. I think next summer, right about the time I turn 50, I'll be in the best shape that I've been in probably since I was a teenager, around 20 years old, man. I'm looking forward to that. So thank you again for the super chat.
That
And
is good
yeah,
stuff.
you would probably cringe at some of the some of the stuff that I do when it comes to my trading. Like I just kind of not really chart it out, but a lot of times I'm eyeballing it and like I'll notice, okay, Ripple, came up to 33.50 and I was thinking about shorting it. And before I could, it started heading down and it ran down to 32.85. And then a little while later that day, I'll look up and I'll see that it's closing back in on 33.50. And I think, okay, probably going to hit around 33.50 and then probably head back down. So I'll throw in a short. The other thing that I do to give myself a little bit of room is like, say I got 5,000 Ripple that I'm playing with, is I'll usually just throw 1,000 because what I do is the inverse a lot of times. So I've got like 5,000 Ripple in my account. I'm using the Ripple as the collateral. I think it's called inverse derivatives. And so when I do the contract at like say 10x leverage, it uses up 1,000 of my Ripple, but I'm actually getting, the as if I had 10,000 Ripple in play,
Right.
with the 10x leverage. But what I'll do then is if I'm a little bit wrong and say it runs from 33.50 up to 33.65, 33.70, I'll throw another 1,000. And I've had multiple times where I got all the way up to the third or fourth thousand. It was maybe from 33.50 all the way up to closer to 35 before it started heading back down. But man, because I'm
You were
raising my entry price every time, when it starts going down, it's been really amazing a few times for me.
so
And
if it
and
starts
so
going
far
up,
I
so if it starts going up, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
no,
you just add. So if you just add more,
yeah.
and that's I mean, hey, like I said earlier, to each their own. And if that's working, I mean, that's great. And basically, you are sort of, even by eyeballing it, you're still sort of doing TA because you're eyeballing those support and resistance levels that you're looking
Yeah,
at, those targets. So, I mean, um, the big thing I think with TA is looking at the previous price action because if you follow along, and I've watched these charts a lot, off stream and on streams, laying in bed watching charts. But if you watch the charts, man, the price action, it followed the trend is definitely your friend because um, if you just watch like the previous support here, that's why I'm eyeballing 19.5K, because it's just a massive previous support zone. I use a couple of indicators, but not many on TradingView, and it's
right.
it always,
But
almost
now,
always plays out.
So when it gets to 19.5 though, then what are you doing before are you waiting until it say breaks through to 19.6 to kind of feel like it's on an uptrend, or retraces back to 19.4 before you put a trade in? Or are you kind of at 19.5 putting something in and then kind of going from there?
I think that I would be eyeballing the 19.5K level as a resistance level. So if you even if it comes up to that level and say you're pretty close to the candle close, if you close below it, then most likely that next candle, if it's showing signs of resistance, it's going to start going down. But in this case, in this example, I consider that whole range, 19.5 to 19.8. Anywhere in that range is where I think we could get a pullback if we
Okay.
continue higher. So it's all about just, in my opinion, eyeballing that resistance. Definitely waiting for those breaks, though. You got to wait for those confirmations. And sometimes with Bitcoin, it can really throw you off. So you got to really wait for confirmations. I say that all the time because even if you're breaking through a resistance level, if you don't wait till that candle close, then you could still dump back below the resistance, close below it, and then go back down. But if you break above a resistance level and then you close that candle above the resistance, the next candle forms and starts to show signs it's going to hold support, then you can expect more upside. That's how I go about determining if it's going to hold or break, go up, or go break bullish or break bearish.
Makes sense. Appreciate that. I'm going to throw the link to your channel here. I've definitely seen a lot of people from my community in here on the live stream tonight. And so I want to give everybody, if you're not subscribed to Average Joe Crypto's channel, go subscribe. And then I'm going to have you run over to the channel. And after you subscribe, let's take a look at the latest video that he got here. It looks like this Bitcoin Today relief bounce update was the last video that you published.
Yeah.
And welcome back.
All right, let me share that. What we're going to do, folks, is I want you to go subscribe to his channel and then throw a comment. Just mention Infinite Crypto sent you or something like that, so that he knows that it's because of this live stream. And then I'm going to have him pick one of you from the comment section, and we're going to give you $25 worth of the AJC token. So let me share my screen so that I can pull that up so people can kind of see what I'm talking about. But go to Average Joe Crypto, and then you're going to want to find this latest video here titled, oops, that's not the right tab, Brad. Let's try that again. Get off of here. How did I do that? Share my screen and get to, there we go. This should do it. That looks better. Well, actually, I see it was. I was just looking at the market cap threw me off. So this is the title right here. Bitcoin Today Relief Bounce Update. AJC token is up 20% or 20K percent. And you can see a few of the table. Here we go. We got Shaba EXE Infinite Crypto sent me. So we know we got at least one person in the running. So I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to hop in there and make a comment, and then we'll come back to that. We'll give away $25 worth of AJC token. And then we're going to do something right now for those of you that are really tuning in and really paying attention. We're going to give away another $25, and this is how we're going to do it. Although I don't want to do that, because I don't want to penalize the guys that are right now that are taking the time to go subscribe and make that comment. I don't want to penalize them. So scratch that. We're going to give it a couple minutes, and then we'll do something else. But I'm going to ask you guys a question, something that we've talked about on the stream a little bit, see who was actually paying attention. And the first person to answer that question correctly is also going to get another $25 worth of tokens. And in the meantime, we'll go back, when we were talking earlier, one of the things that I really liked about your story is, you're very family orientated. And, I was just kind of curious, it's off topic a little bit, but does your son, is he excited at all about cryptocurrency and his future? Have you helped him get any tokens?
That's an awesome question. I appreciate that question. I talk to him a lot about crypto, and I think he definitely thinks it's pretty cool that I have a YouTube channel. but I don't think he quite understands it enough yet. But definitely, definitely, I've already had thoughts about it, but you definitely got me really wanting to do it more. Is focus on getting him mentally invested into his financial future, because at 16 years old, he's at a great age to really start thinking about that kind of thing, and investing. And at that age, it's the last thing you're thinking about, unless someone really preaches it to you and puts it in your face. So definitely something worth thinking about doing, especially if anybody else has kids and they haven't really talked to them about crypto yet, or even starting them their own wallet. Maybe get a hardware wallet and start putting a little bit of crypto on it every now and then, build it up, and then hand it over at a certain age. And I mean, that's an awesome thing, that you mentioned. I definitely need to get on that more with him, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm glad that we brought that up because, a lot of, not everybody here probably has children yet, but there's probably a lot of the audience that has kids.
Mhm,
And, what I started doing with my children, even, when they were pretty young, 10, 11, 12 years old, is I would give them their normal birthday presents and their normal Christmas presents and that kind of stuff. But I would always throw like 25 or $50 into some crypto and stuff for them. And before they knew it, that's how I got my kids kind of excited, because then once they had a few $100s worth of crypto, I had them, it was Blockfolio back in the day, but now you have your coin tracker apps like on
mhm.
CoinGecko and FTX or whatever. But I'd say, hey, download this app on your phone and then say, go type in XRP and then add 100 XRP. And before you know it, they're excited because they're able to pop open their app and see what that's worth. And then they
Yeah,
started coming to me and asking me, hey, I got $100 for birthday money from grandma and grandpa. I want to give you $50 to buy some crypto with. And
that's
so it
awesome.
kind of metamorphosed to where my daughter and my son both have pretty cool crypto portfolios. And really, my son is awesome. He helps me with my YouTube channel. He does a lot of the editing and makes the thumbnails. That thumbnail for this video,
Yeah,
I sent him the picture that you sent me and he kind of put it all together. And so he loves getting paid in crypto because he's thinking long term.
that's
And it's
so
been
incredible.
amazing for him. Man, I tell
That
you,
is
last year during the bull run, he did a thumbnail for a deep dive that I did on a token called Metis, and I gave him 3 Metis that were worth $14 a piece at the time. So he made $42 for his work. But those Metis, he held them. They went up to $250, and he sold two of them for 500. And I mean, like, so he's had a lot of fun in crypto. And now he's already at 16 years old thinking about how he can be, financially free, how he can be a millionaire by the time he's in his early 20s.
that is amazing. That is absolutely amazing, and they don't talk about that in school at
No, they
all.
don't.
That
They
is
don't,
so
man.
incredible that you have him, like, you started out just kinda showing it to them, letting them know, and then now they're like, "How could I not be interested? I just turned $42 into $500." And, that's awesome, man. At 16 years old and already thinking about becoming a millionaire. And, most people out there, most kids that age, they think, "Oh, that's impossible." There's a lot of people out there right now, times are rough for most people, and they think that's impossible, but I'm telling you right now, in crypto, it's not impossible at all.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Mindset is everything. And that's one of the things that I enjoy, having winners on the channel, because I can tell your mindset is right. I talk a lot about that on my channel. You can make all the money in the world in crypto, but if you don't have this right, you're just going to squander it all. You're going to blow it. You're going to lose it. You're going to go back to where you were. You got to have that mindset, like, the long term creating generational wealth. But it starts with just having that positivity and believing that you can. So many people are leading, lives of quiet desperation, I call it. They might be 30 or 40, but they're dead already, basically. They got one foot in the grave and they're just waiting for the rest of their body to catch up. And that's the other thing about our channels that I think is important, folks, is we want to give hope for those of you that are already excited about crypto. But we also, if there's anybody watching this that's kind of given up on life and just thinks that they're stuck in this settle for lifestyle, that all there is to look forward to is going to work and paying bills, man, there is a better way. And I hope that after watching this tonight, maybe you start to have a little bit of belief that you can have more.
Absolutely, absolutely. I love it, man. This is great. I think what you're doing here, and I watched your stream with Sam Price. and I no way I could top that emotion. But man, that was an incredible stream. What you're doing, what we're doing is incredible, I think, and I hope that people appreciate it. I hope that there's everybody in the stream is smashing that like button right now because I mean, how could you not appreciate two guys up here talking about their story and trying to motivate you to better yourself and be the best you can be and be successful? I mean, that's how could you not support
Amen,
somebody
man.
doing that? You know, and
Amen.
I get a little wild sometimes on my live streams, and I like to have a little too much fun sometimes, and maybe I shy away from the TA a little bit and just kind of vibe out with my followers a little bit sometimes too much, but at the same time, I'm trying to have fun and, you know, it's a bear market, so, you know, it's good to bring in the good vibes for people that are out there struggling
Yes.
and give them hope and let them know that patience does pay in crypto. If you are patient, do not sell at a loss. If you're patient and you can afford to hold what you've got, if even if you are at a massive loss, just keep adding and adding, and in a few years, you're gonna be so glad you held on to that crypto.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Then a little shameless plug for myself. I got to say, I love your community. And I know that a lot of the people on this channel tonight came here because of you. And I would love for you guys to subscribe to my channel. I
Yes,
feel like I
absolutely.
give a lot of value. I do a lot of deep dives on, some microcap gems and, talk a little bit about, foundational strategy that, where I'm accumulating Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then a lot of the top 25 projects, top 25 tokens to build out that solid foundation. But then there is a time and a place to dive a little bit deeper into some of those microcap gems. I've talked about tokens like BeamSwap. I'm getting ready to do a deep dive on a token called Dimitra, ticker DMTR, that I'm pretty excited about. It's sitting down at, I think it's 1.5 cents right now, and I think it's got a market cap of about 15 million. But the thing that I love about it is got amazing utility. It's got a real world use case, and I think it's going to be an amazing token during the next bull run. So that's going to be coming out, doing a deep dive, and then I'm going to have the founder John Stark, the CEO of the company, on a live stream shortly. Just a couple of days ago,
Nice.
I did a live stream on Whitley.io, which is a private sale token that hasn't even released yet. And I did a deep dive, a little bit of a AMA with the founder of that token, Whitley.io. So, those of you that are here from Average Crypto Joe, man, I'd love for you to join the family, and let's just help everybody. What is that? To get team together, everybody achieves more. So we can create some great
Yes.
synergy between the two of us.
Yes, absolutely. I totally agree. Networking is a huge part of growth here, especially on YouTube with these communities. Community is everything here. And you know, on my stream, I did a stream right before came over and joined you live here, and of course, I was, you know, telling everybody to go subscribe, hit that notification bell, and join us later. So, and once again, I have to thank you for the opportunity too to get on here and tell my story. And I would love to have you come on our channel too at some point and share with the rest of the community that couldn't, you know, make it. Sometime we'll get a live stream
Be
going,
my
and you can
pleasure,
come.
man.
Uh,
Anytime, for
yeah,
sure.
definitely,
Yeah, man.
definitely.
You want to hop over to your YouTube channel and see if you got enough comments to pick out a good winner?
Sure, sure.
All right.
Let's see. I'll pull it up here, and I might even be able to use.
Hold on, everybody, and welcome back.
What's going on, Joe? Let's see. This video was like just a little short video that I did. I didn't even really make a thumbnail for it, you know. I just downloaded an image for the thumbnail. I didn't even, you know, it was just a quick update right before I left for work. But
Okay.
we are getting that bounce in that I was talking about.
Yep.
Um,
You are. You are.
uh,
I'm
so I
looking
wonder.
forward because I missed. I didn't have any shorts in when it went from 19.8, 19.9 down to 18 yesterday or the day before. The last 24, 36 hours. I didn't have any shorts in. I was pretty frustrated. So I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to another opportunity.
yeah, you will definitely get it. So I wonder. Let's see. Instead of me just picking one, I wonder if I can. I might be able to pull up. Let's see. Let me just search for a random comment picker.
Okay.
Also, just to point out something, if you ever do giveaways on your channel, I use Nightbot. If you want to Google it, you can Google Nightbot. It's really cool because you just log in with your YouTube channel and
Yeah.
you connect your YouTube channel and you can do giveaways that way. Let's see. I also
Yeah.
noticed
I
too,
love that.
whenever I was looking at the stream, I noticed you didn't have any tags. Any tags. That definitely helps too. Um, let's see if I can
In the
find one.
description.
Huh?
In the description.
No, in when you're setting up your stream, but
Mm-hmm.
I'll talk to you about that.
Okay. Looking
Um,
forward to it. Yeah, I
yeah.
forgot to monetize this one too. I always forget on the live streams to go in and monetize them before I do
Oh,
them. I always
you
forget. I go back afterwards, but
you just
not a big deal. But
a lot more in super chats than
oh
you would off
man,
the
yeah,
ads.
for sure, absolutely.
Let's see if I can do this. Okay, so enter YouTube video URL. Okay, so I'll copy and paste the video URL in here, and let's see. Okay. Let's see if that works. Get YouTube comments. Okay,
All right, for those
17.
of you that are kind of joining the stream here recently, we are giving away $25 right now in the AJC token. That's Average Joe Crypto, the YouTuber that you see me here with. He's got an amazing YouTube channel, and he's also got an amazing token that he created and launched back in August. And so those of you that are just joining the stream, you might want to go back and watch a little bit of the earlier part of this video where we highlighted that. Right now, we're just giving away $25 worth of free AJC tokens.
All right, I think I can do it like this. I think I should be able
Okay,
to just click start.
sounds good.
Okay, and looks like
ALTCOIN Crypto. Is that somebody that commented because of this stream?
Howdy
Yeah,
Infinite Crypto sent me. So
awesome.
yeah,
All right,
ALTCOIN
ALTCOIN
Crypto.
Crypto, man. Do me a favor and throw your ERC20 MetaMask wallet address in the description of or the about section of your YouTube channel. And if you happen to be on Telegram, you can message me. It's at BradV7007. Do you have a Telegram channel, Joe?
I do. Yes, I do.
Okay. How do you get to your Telegram channel?
Let's see. I can pull up the description here.
Because you only gave me a couple of links. I added your Twitter link on top of what you gave me, but you didn't give me a Telegram or anything like that. But yeah,
I
man, if
thought
you
I thought
feel
about that
free to
after the fact. Um,
throw that link to your Telegram in here if you'd like
yeah.
in the chat. And
Let's see.
and then while you're doing that, to reward those folks that have stuck with us this whole time, holy smokes, buddy, it's been a little over an hour, man. It feels like we've been talking for about 5 minutes. So to reward some of the folks that are here in the chat and stuff. Now I'm trying to think of something that we talked about that's actually a fairly fair question that shouldn't, be too hard for people to get the answer to. The only thing I can think of that we've talked about a couple of different times, you mentioned it early in the stream, and then I brought it back up not too long ago, and that was you have 2 children, one of which is a son, and how old? Well, you can answer this too. Is how old was Average Joe Crypto when he had his son, and how old is his son? They're both the same number. his son,
Oh yeah.
son is
Yeah.
half his age. So
Yes, I was
can,
I was
yeah.
16 when I had my son. So yeah, I have a 16-year-old son and a 4-year-old daughter.
16-year-old son and a 4-year-old daughter. All right. So we'll let a few people here comment. We just kind of gave away the answer, but if you're live in the chat here and you're paying attention, throw the correct number of the age of Joe's son in the chat.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna have That's okay. You're
I
good,
blew
man.
it. I'm my bad.
No, man, this is great. We're getting a lot of engagement. All of the people that weren't sure. So why don't you go down through these first 5 or 10 or comments or so, and pick out somebody that you want to give or have me give $25 in tokens to.
All right. All right. Let's see. Let's go with somebody. Let's see, from your community. Who got it right? Crypto Girl. Uh,
Crypto Girl. Awesome. Okay, Crypto Girl, you got $25 coming, and then why don't you pick out one more person? We'll do one more $25 winner.
all right. Let's go with Bob Varnell.
Bob Varnell. All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good, man. That's awesome. So we got Bob Varnell, Crypto Girl, and then I forget the
Call Crypto Coin, I think.
Crypto. Okay, so and he'll get in touch with me, or I'll go back and find his YouTube channel, and we'll get it done. So, folks, give me a little bit of time on that. Like I say, Bob and Crypto Girl, please go put your Ethereum addresses in the about section of your YouTube channel, and with that, man, usually my live streams run around an hour. We're a little over. I certainly don't mind running a little bit longer. Part of the fun of this for me is I love hearing people's stories. Like one of my favorite stories of all time is Sylvester Stallone's story. I think I told that to you and Aaron that night. So I won't go into the details, but for like those of you that don't really know, most people just know he's successful. Super successful movie star. They don't have any of the idea of kind of the trials and tribulations, the challenges, the things that he went through. So if you have, anything else that you would enjoy, sharing, and just kind of, maybe things that even your own community doesn't know about you, some things that you love, like your, I don't know, favorite football team, favorite sport, just anything about you so that we can get to know Average Joe Crypto just a little bit better before we take off for the night.
Okay. No, I appreciate that. Honestly, my community, if the really close ones, the really supportive members of my community, they know quite a bit about me because they've probably been around on my drunk streams when I had a little too much to drink, got a little liquid courage in there. I think I've even broke down and cried a few times, and I mean it's honestly, I wish I could be more open and like that without the alcohol, but it's a little bit hard sometimes because I'm an introvert. So if anybody out there knows what an introvert is, then you have to know that being a YouTuber as an introvert is extremely exhausting. Because any kind of, engagement with other people and stuff like that can be really hard for introverts. So I am definitely an introvert, but working on that, and YouTube's helping. But now as far as sports go, never really been big into sports. I know that sounds crazy, but never been real big into sports. So I don't really have a favorite team, but really I don't have a favorite anything. I don't have a favorite crypto. I don't have a favorite food. I'm just not one to pick favorites. Don't have a favorite music. I'm just kind of an all around guy. I don't know. I kind of just.
Do you enjoy fishing and hunting?
Yeah. Now I haven't been hunting in a long time. Used to hunt a lot. Fishing, I haven't been fishing in a long time either. Should really get my son out fishing more. This stream's been equally beneficial to me in more ways than one, Brad. So I really do appreciate it. It's been a great opportunity and a great conversation overall. But yeah, honestly, right now, and I've told my followers this too, being in this in between moment where I'm at right now, life has been pretty not hard. It's just been kind of a struggle to keep up with everything I'm trying to do. But I know in my mind though that the best is yet to come. And like you talked about earlier with the whole fort analogy, it's like this drive in me right now. I will definitely miss that. Once say I'm at 100,000 subscribers, I will definitely look back on these times and definitely miss that drive because I've got such a drive inside of me right now that just I look back at where I've came from, and all some will tell you not to look back. Don't ever look back. Just go forward and don't ever look back. But it's important to look back, because when you look back, you are so quickly reminded just exactly why you are doing what you're doing and why it's so important that you don't give up and don't stop. And I'm driven, I'm motivated, and if you want to be driven and motivated and you want to come get wild and crazy on a crypto live stream, then this is the place to be, man. This is the place to be. That's what I like to do. I like to have fun, encourage other people to be happy, enjoy life. It's way too short not to, you know. And that's the gist of me, man. Um, yeah, when I get put on the spot, I get a little,
Yeah, no problem, man.
but
Well, one
yeah,
other
that's
quick question. I don't know if you're a reader or not, but if you are, do you have a book that you would recommend to any of the folks that are watching the channel that like, kind of like a
well,
fiction or
I'm
nonfiction, whatever?
not been a big reader, but and as far as like movies and TV, I barely watch any movies or TV anymore. Basically, what I do is I work, take care of kids, and I get on in front of this computer. That's
Awesome,
pretty
man.
much my whole life. I don't go out much. I very rarely, if at all. So I don't really have time to sit down, read a book, or sit down and watch a show much anymore. Not right now, but I'll have all the free time I want. That's not important right now because I'm at that point in my life where I got to work towards being able to have that freedom. You can't
Yes.
just expect and want something and not work for it. It just doesn't work that way. So I'm still in that moment where I'm grinding it out every day and working towards having that kind of freedom where I can enjoy those things like that.
Fantastic, man. So where can the viewers see you next? Are you doing a live stream or any videos coming out tomorrow?
Um, Tomorrow night I will be live tomorrow night. Well, unless I don't know for sure if I'm getting my daughter. Sometimes I still go live when I have her, but it can be difficult to do. Sometimes I'm just too tired after she goes to bed.
Yeah.
If I don't have her tomorrow night, I'll be live. I have to talk to her mom. I forgot we might be switching our days, but typically I'll go live on Mondays, Tuesdays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Now I think is what it's going to be. If not Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and then of course, like I said, working towards going full time YouTube, full time crypto. It's all in the works.
Amen. Ty Stu can't wait either, man. He says can't wait for the AJC crew to watch you quit and go full time. Me too, man.
Yes,
I'll be cheering for you and celebrating that night too, man. That's going to be an exciting moment, man. So just
yes,
stay focused on that, focused on the dream, and you're gonna get there. And I'll
yes,
extend the
sir.
olive branch. I don't know if it would be beneficial or if he'd even be open to it. But one of the things that's made a big difference in my son's life is I've noticed he listens to me to a certain extent, but that saying like you're never a prophet in your own hometown. Like, so what I started doing is I've got my son doing some, coaching calls with other people that I respect because he has a tendency to listen to them more, even if they're telling him the same things. So if you would ever like to introduce me to your son and have me, tell him a little bit about my story and tell him a little bit about crypto or anything like that, I would
Yeah,
love to meet the young man and spend a little bit of time with him if that ends up being something that you think would be a cool deal.
absolutely. I think he would think that would be really cool as well. I mean, that's awesome, man. It's awesome that you'd
Yeah,
even offer to do something like that. I think you're an awesome guy, Brad, and that's why I was really excited about this. I mean, like I said, I watched your other streams, and I watched, streamed with you on Cowboys of Crypto, and if anything, I think I will benefit. Um, I will probably benefit more from this relationship with you than maybe even you would, or even the followers would. I really appreciate the opportunity, man. Seriously.
man, it's been my pleasure. The feeling is mutual. I know that I'm gonna love, growing our friendship and becoming. Looking forward to the day, like I was telling Aaron the other day, man. All of us are gonna be on a nice beach, sitting there with our toes in the sand, looking out over the blue water, enjoying life and thinking back to some of these moments. But it's these friendships, these relationships, and the people that you kind of go there with, because it's no fun to get to the top and be there by yourself. So
No,
I'm looking forward to being at the top with you, brother. And once again, just
absolutely.
thank you so much for being on the stream. I appreciate you taking this time. I know that my followers got a ton of great stuff, and you helped them immensely. And so thank you. And I look forward to, you know, we'll do something again real soon, my friend.
Definitely.
All right,
Definitely.
with that, folks, man, it's been a fantastic night. You guys, once again, go check out the description of this video. Go follow Average Joe Crypto on Twitter. Go check out his YouTube channel. Get subscribed, and go take a peek at the AJC token and decide if that looks like an investment that would kind of match up with your timing and your risk tolerance. And if so, jump in and be a holder. We got another $5 super chat to end the night with. Thank you,
Brian's the man.
Brian AJC. Man, I love you, man. And anyways, yeah, man, it was a pleasure, and I'm so glad that you shared your community with me. Thank you, and God
Yes.
bless everybody. Have a great
Much
night.
love.
We'll see you again soon.